Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now it's Newton. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 44 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in Vegas. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd down and 8. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Carr. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
29. Yo.
From the 45 on second down. Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw his Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Alex Erickson. It's taken to the 26. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so breaking it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Jacobs as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. It's caught by Jackson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Jacobs now. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Newton on 1st down. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Second down.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Newton into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time, Newton, fourth down. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
They should have put a stamp on me in the line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Newton's throw pulled in by Marshall. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's third and short. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Throwing is Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 21 yards there on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting.
are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos.
Las Vegas. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and... About 4 more for a 1st.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now with the play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater flushed out right. And out of bounds on the off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Gordon on 1st down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Room here to run. Touchdown, Broncos. Melvin Gordon, 36 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, first and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out. Allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Second and 11 at the Broncos' 36-yard line.
Let's go, team. Raider one. It's going to be a long day. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. It's complete to Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On play action, now Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Carr. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. Fourth down.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal of 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The play fake, Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check back. You're mine.
Now Carr. Now this goes out wide for Drake.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Push it back. 46-37.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
93.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon God.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Bring it!
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Let's go, boys! Bring it up!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Carr going to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. A 1st down and more for Drake. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards. 7. From the gun, it's Drake. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
To throw, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
One more time with Jacobs.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Gordon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 46-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Carr going to look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
A loss of 9 on the play.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And they take a knee. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after.
home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Carolina Panthers. And off we go from Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's going to look deep for more. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw it...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After one on EA Sports.
Panthers nothing.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Third down, Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the 50, Newton. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Block Edwards now to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 28 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity, that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets a made. To throw again on second down. Newton.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, it's Drake. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Running, it's Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Right side caught by Jackson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Carr. That's caught by Jackson.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 42.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he gets this one down to the 24. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
It's a gain of 7.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Now Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead opens up now 21-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr going to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
This is our 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Drake. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Abdullah, the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That catch good for only a couple. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Solomon Thomas getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Off play action. Newton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yannick Ngakoue his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 1.
Carr going to throw here.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.